So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shango the Don Raga. I'm sitting here with one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop music, the legendary Krayzie Bone, the Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes.
How you doing, my man?
How you doing? I'm all right, brother. I'm all right.
Thank you so much for giving me a little bit of time today.
Yes, indeed.
And I know you're busy, so we'll be brief. But one of the burning questions on everybody's mind in Hawaii is, when will we see a Bone Thugs and Harmony show come back to the 808?
Man, very, very soon. You know, like this is one of our favorite places to come, man. So whenever we get a chance to come here, we always ready to come. Like, so definitely, we will definitely be here like at least twice this year, trust me.
Nice. So there you have it on that. So stop asking.
Yes, indeed. We coming.
Now, what's crazy about this is people like, oh, a Cancer going to interview a Gemini? Oh, that might not go right.
Man.
But one of the things I love most about Bone Thugs and Harmony's music and even your music in your solo work is the insightfulness, the passion, and the deep reasoning that goes into it. What do you attribute that to?
Man, just the struggle. Just life struggle, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understand that everybody is not able to live the so-called life. You know, people still living, it's millions of people still in the struggle, and there's a handful of people that make it out of it. So we understand that there's still people back there struggling, so we never want to forget about them and always want to give them that message of hope to let them know that if we did it coming from nothing, y'all can do it coming from nothing as well. It's always important to try to inspire as many people as you can, you know, because it's not about how many people you can impress. It's about how many people you inspire. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
So is it safe to say in giving advice to like up and coming artists, especially here in Hawaii where it's really difficult for hip hop artists to get a foothold, it's important, I guess, based on what you said, is it important to give opportunity to others that's in your camp? Always.
It's always important. That's why I'm out here with my group, Get Addicted Mafia, and hey, you're in front of the camera. That's why we got Get Addicted Mafia and Position. Also got other artists, Kane and Nova. You know what I'm saying? So we always reaching back. I actually have a radio show to where I let artists send their music in and I play it on my show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always reaching out for new talent and giving people that opportunity because I know how it is when you don't have that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. So there y'all have it on that. You better start following this man's movement. I'm trying to tell you. Now with Floodline and the artists that you have on that label and Get Addicted Mafia being one of those acts, is that part of what you're talking about and giving back to the community, giving that opportunity to others?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know, Get Addicted Mafia, they was a group that they chased me down for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? The same way we did Eazy-E. You know, they showed the same intensity, the same determination, the same aggression, you know, and that's what gets you where you trying to be.
Being aggressive,
in this business, especially now because there's so many people doing it, you have to be aggressive.
Now, in the movie I Tried, and that's one of my favorite movies, by the way, and I also play it on my internet TV station.
Yes, indeed.
In the movie I Tried, in the opening parts, y'all are stepping off of a bus. Now, I always wonder now, with the way that the story goes and how y'all met Eazy, rest in peace, and all of that, was I Tried more or less a biopic of Bone Thugs?
No, it was actually a spin-off of a biopic. It was like, because we knew we wasn't doing the biopic. With the camera. We knew we wasn't doing the biopic, so we was like, let's spin it a little bit. Let's have it what if we never met Eazy-E? What if we went out there and never met him? What it would probably be like for us. So just using our imagination, we was like, oh, well, we knew it probably wouldn't have been good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
so
man.
just using that and that's why the movie ended up how it was. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have never seen this movie. It's called I Tried.
Yeah,
It's Bone
yeah.
Thugs and Harmony. If you've never seen it, highly recommend you watch it. It's a ride, I'm telling you. It's a ride. Now, the other thing I kind of wanted to ask about as well, because I actually had the opportunity sometime back to meet one of Eazy-E's sons, Little Eazy-E. He came over here and did a show. How much of his impact on you guys as musicians and artists still stays with you today?
Man, a lot. The whole part of us being consistent with who we are and never trying to be like nobody else came from him. That's one thing that stuck with us. You know, he always taught us, like, be you. Don't never try to be like nobody else. Be and stay true to who you start out being. Don't try to switch it up to keep up with everybody else. Because if your music is as good as y'all's music is, you don't need no gimmicks. You don't need the gimmicks, the images. Just be y'all. And just our image alone, who we are, was good enough to sustain us for 25 years. You know what I'm saying?
25 years in the game, that's an achievement in and of itself.
Yeah.
In those 25 years time, with all the different changes that have come along in music, with everything going social media routes and all of that, what advice would you have for up and coming artists on standing out, amongst the crowd in what seems to be a really saturated market?
Yeah, I mean, they make it really hard because, it's funny how ever since hip hop has gone mainstream, how commercial it's gotten. It's very commercial to the point to where you can just make carbon copies of music and people will keep buying it. Whereas when we got into the business and before, nobody sounded alike. You didn't have a KRS-One didn't sound like Public Enemy. Big Daddy Kane didn't sound like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and it was always like that, up until a certain point in hip hop to where it was cool to copy somebody else's style. It's like, and that's why we took it so offensive when people would try to emulate our style, because we came up like, yo, no, you a biter or you a perpetrator if you do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's real different. That's why I'm always refreshed when I see real artists that's really trying to strive to be different. Just because the crowd is doing this, don't mean you got to join in with them. We did the same thing. Before Bone came out, everybody was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't the same style, but everybody was like, when Bone came, we kind of speeded up the pace of hip hop.
It was something totally out of left field.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It kind of speeded up the pace a little bit, and but we was willing to take the risk of being different, even though we did talent shows and gong shows locally, and people wasn't feeling us.
Wow.
They gonged us and was like, get that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, but over time, we came to realize what we had, and we was like, yo, ain't nobody rapping like us. We gonna make it, trust me. The right person just needs to hear us, and it's a rap. And that right person was Eazy-E, for real.
So, and I know you probably told this story a million times on how y'all met Eazy and all of that, but stepping onto that Greyhound bus to take that journey out to LA with, basically nothing but the hope and the dream of getting away from what was going on at home to try to, build a dream. What was one of the first thoughts that ran through your mind when he said, you know what, y'all ain't even got to say no more, just come on?
Man, we was tripping. We couldn't believe it. We was like, yo, we was like, shit, we made it. But it still didn't hit us until we actually got back to LA and he came to pick us up and took us to the studio. We was like, yo, this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy, man. It was like a feeling like it only happens once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And that was 25 years ago, and y'all still going, man.
Yes, indeed.
Still going.
Still here.
And still a huge inspiration, not only to myself, but I'm sure to other artists as well. But out of all the songs y'all did, one song kind of sticks out the most to me, and it means a lot to me because you guys used a sample from a song by Sade. Mama being laid off, Papa being laid off, Billy can't get a job, too long. And the way that you infused it into your style, it was like, your style as far as using harmonies and using that imagery that's unique to Bone Thugs, it's unlike anything else I ever seen in hip hop. I mean, nobody can compare what they do to what you guys do.
Yeah.
So as far as the harmonies and all of that go, who's the best singer?
Oh man, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do their thing. You know what I'm saying? We all come from a background of, you know, our parents deep into the R&B soul scene. You know what I'm saying? So they passed that down to us, and we just took hold to it, man. You know,
Basically took it to another level.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, one thing I also enjoy a lot about my experience with Bone Thugs and Harmony, music-wise, and just watching all over the years is, in my opinion, you guys made it cool again to show love to your brothers.
Oh yeah.
And I know that that's something that's super important to y'all.
Oh yeah.
So when you're looking around in hip hop now and just seeing our social condition, especially in the urban areas, what's the main message that you would like to send to the youth?
Man, the main message is, you know, is first and foremost to the youth is, you know, we would just like y'all to start listening a little more. I know, you know, even though you're men, you're young men, you know, it's hard for another man to take advice, but it shouldn't be, because advice is never meant to harm a person. Advice is really meant to give your life longevity. You know, because longevity belongs to the wise one, you know what I'm saying? And if you're wise and you get all the knowledge you can while you're here, I guarantee you, if you're blessed to make it through with no health issues and make it, that you'll live a long time on this earth, because you'll understand how to survive and live a long time. It's all about, you know, everything we're trying to tell y'all. It's not because we don't like what y'all doing. It's like we see what y'all, we've done the same thing. And from what we see, you're heading in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? You're heading in that same direction, and not by the moves you're making, but we know how the powers that be operate. We know how they don't give a damn about none of us. We come through their system, and we come through and we pass. They take what they can get from us, and they send us about our way. They don't give a damn who you is. Whether you're Michael Jackson, whether you're Prince, they don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when we sit up and be like, you have to be smart, we're talking about to prolong what we brought to the table. Hip hop is ours. We created this. We should be owning it. Right. We should be owning everything. We shouldn't be having to bow down to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we created this, something that came from our culture. So that's all we're trying to tell you is it needs to be united. The main reason these labels don't want the younger and the older generation united is because they know we have knowledge now, and we can school them. So they'd rather see us beef amongst each other than to see us giving them the knowledge that we know, so they can beat them, finally.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Krayzie Bone putting y'all up on game, man. I hope you're listening out there. I hope you really pay attention to what's being said. Lastly, musically speaking, do you have any upcoming projects?
Oh yes, man. This year I'm concentrating on my label, The Life Entertainment. I'm dropping Get Addicted Mafia. Position, the homie Kane, Nova the Rebel, many more artists. I'm working on, I got like 4 solo projects coming out this year. And we're working on the Bone Thugs and Harmony 25-year anniversary.
Wow.
Whole shebang. So we got a lot going on. And it's probably going to spill over until 2020, 2021. You know what I'm saying? If God is willing, we're still here. We're going to be doing it, for real.
Wow. Big things ahead for Bone Thugs and Harmony. And this man right here, Krayzie Bone, like I said, one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and stood on some of the biggest stages next to some of the biggest stars you can think of. So please take heed to what he's saying, man. I thank you so much for your time, bro.
All day.
This has been truly an honor for me.
Yes, indeed.
Thank
All
you.
love. Yeah.
And on that note, Shango the Don Raga, I'm out.